So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Cryptogenics here. Today we are talking about Bitcoin and different altcoins that are currently booming in the market. So Celsius is up 48%, which is very weird because there was a lot of FUD around Celsius. Also Lido DAO has moved like 15% in the couple of hours. We are seeing a good amount of money flowing back to altcoins because the dominance the Bitcoin dominance fell to the ground, and thus we are seeing a good amount of upside to the in the altcoins rather than Bitcoin. As we can see, Bitcoin is currently up 2%, but altcoins are rather up 12% to 6%. Let's check Bitcoin in a depth. So Bitcoin is currently forming this rising channel, and it is got support over this 50% line of that rising channel. So we can say half of the rising channel or a middle point of the rising channel, which I think can break down to the downside rather than upside. I know a lot of guys are bullish on this price action or Bitcoin, but we can see this further upside and then a fake out and then a downside to possibly 15k or 13k. Let's see what happens. I saw something earlier in the price action of Bitcoin, as we can see that forming again. I know most of the influencers are also making this type of rising channel pattern that can break down, or a bear flag that we are currently seeing. There was the same type of fake out that happened, which shook all of the investors, and then it gradually moved downwards. There were a lot of FUDs around Luna and Celsius. Also, there is one thing that we can look into, as it can be a good sign of a strength or not. We can see that a lot of spot buying has been happening around this area, but the price tends to move in this direction of a channel, which can break out to the downside or upside. But personally, I'm treating it as a fake out to the upside than a good amount of that. Then there will be a high chances of aggressive selling, which can lead us to a good generational bottom buying opportunity in the Bitcoin price in the upcoming months or years, who knows. And one more thing to keep in mind, that this is not any financial advice or anything. I'm not forcing you to put your money in Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency. We can see that a lot of spot buying has been happening around this area, and also a good amount of aggressive open interest on derivatives, which we call the futures. So a lot of money has been going around in derivatives and also in a spot, but we are currently seeing a good amount of spot buying rather than a good amount of money flowing to derivatives, which is a good and healthy sign for Bitcoin price. If we go back to the technicals of Bitcoin price, we are saying Bitcoin is perfectly forming this type of rising channel, and it has respected the levels of the rising channel. As you can see, Bitcoin was making a good amount of lower lows, but it tend to change the bearish sentiment to bullish with this high volume, and then it is currently making a good amount of higher highs, which is a very bullish sign for crypto and also for Bitcoin. But as we go upwards towards the previous prices of Bitcoin or previous price action of Bitcoin, we saw that there was a good amount of fake out that struck a lot of investors as a bullish breakout, but in the end it moved the sentiment from bullish to bearish within within a couple of days, and then we had a boom to the downside, which which shook which shook everyone, the traders and investors. So like this we can see the same type of price action happening around Bitcoin. There are higher chances that we touch this support level that has been following from quite a long time, and then it broke and turned into a resistance, which is a very high resistance. If we look at in the past how it respected and how it became a resistance, we can see that there was no retest of the resistance that happened in the past. So in my opinion, I see this as a price action. I see it as an opportunity to short good amount to take good amount of shorts in a lot of so as it hasn't touched the resistance, or it hasn't retested the resistance, we can say that it can move to the upside, making everyone making it as a greatest bull trap. And we can see the retest of the resistance, and then we will gradually move downwards to the bottom, but would be the bottom of the next cycle. But we can bet at 15k to 13k, or we can say 20k would be the bottom. Also, if we see a later price action that happened in Bitcoin, we can easily see that this type of rallies were nothing but so if we compared the current price action to old times, or we can say into the 2018 bear market, we can see that there was a lot of bullish rallies that happened, but it was not good amount of volume that can break out, that can make a breakout on the Bitcoin price. Thus, after moving in the range from December to March, we saw a good amount of buying and a good amount of volume in the Bitcoin that lead to change in the bearish sentiment to bullish sentiment, and then we moved upwards with a parabolic run that lead to a next bull cycle. As we can see that there was not a good amount of accumulation that has been happening in this price action or in this price range. I expect a lot of accumulation in this area. Then we can say this was generational bottom, or we can see that this was the approximate bottom that could happen in a Bitcoin price. And don't forget to like the video and do subscribe to Cryptogenics. Doing like and subscribe costs nothing, and it gives motivation to the YouTubers to make more and more content in the upcoming years or in the upcoming time. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Cryptogenics over and out. We will meet again in the next video.